Desire to Inspire. It's your mama's favorite podcast. What's going on, man?
What's good, baby? Back-to-back weeks. We love that.
Yeah.
But
I know it's going to be a break. I literally told Mandy, I left the house, I'm like, this is our last time recording tour back from Chicago.
that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Busy times. We say it literally at the start of every episode.
Yeah.
Busy times.
this year, man, I think it's a coming trend because a lot of people I talk to are like, yeah, I can't believe that Q3 is already over. But it's fast approaching.
Mm-hmm. That it is.
That it is. So I'm excited though because as people who have been with us for a while know, we changed to seasons, and so this season's going to be over before we know it, and then we have
episode 35 already.
Yeah, that's wild. Damn. So we'll see what the next season entails. But Dylan and I have been talking about some changes that could possibly be made. So we'll see what that's going to look like. But as we always talk about, it's about studying film, seeing where we can adjust, seeing what else is going on in the world, or where we can pivot to enhance it. And so we'll see what that looks like.
There's always going to be a change, I feel like, season to season. I do want to, we've discussed, I want to get some new artwork going.
Yep.
We've had this photo for a while. But I also think, like, because we're already coming off of a busy year. Like, this year, there was a lot of times we really had to cram things together.
Mm-hmm.
And next year is equally as busy, but I'd argue it's busier because it's us.
Yeah.
It's me and you. So, like, we have a lot of things going on. I was like, maybe after this season, we have, like, 5-6 weeks. We should sit down and map out the entire year. And be like, here's the days we're taking off. Spread it out so we're not like, okay, last 10 episodes, let's throw in 2-3 weeks off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all about building and growing. So that's what we'll do, and it's about adapting and changing because, like you said, next year it's us, and who knows what else we're going to throw into the mix or what else is going to pop up. I mean, there could be a move for you. There could be a new house. There could be, I mean, there's so many different things between both of us that could be happening as well that could change the landscape.
God willing, there will be a pregnancy in the middle of the year next year.
You never know. I know for me there won't be because we're waiting until after the wedding.
So are we, but we're waiting till immediately after the wedding.
I don't hate that. Next thing you know, we'll have little cribs and strollers next to us.
Hey, cool, dude. We get new co-hosts.
Mm-hmm.
We bring our kids in.
Yeah,
that's actually going to be insane. To even just talk about parenthood is going to be crazy.
Yeah. Do you think you'll be the parent that shows your kid on social media, or you're going to keep him off of it?
What do you think?
On it?
Bro, that kid's in my vlogs. I might vlog the birth. I'm a live stream, dude.
Just make sure it's going from this way instead of this
You're
way.
going to keep yours off?
I think so.
Oh, my kid might have its own Instagram, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, not its own. That's too much work. But 100% on mine. Give me the clout for my child.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't put much thought into it, but I originally, like, if you were to ask me that question, they would be off of it.
I always felt that way, but I feel like there's a way to do it without, like, just exploiting their entire life. Yeah. I think Nick Bear handles it pretty well. He's been having his kids in his vlogs a lot more.
I want my kid to be like his, where they're fucking eating T-bone steaks with me. Or tomahawk steaks. That's what
you see his son puked all over him?
Nope.
His wife posted this video, and she said, look at this sweet man. She's talking, like, how about, like, her second child. She's like, is anybody else's second kid, like, so much sicker than the first? And she said this one just came out of nowhere. And it's Nick in, like, a sleeveless. His entire chest is covered in puke. Like, his bare leg has puke all over it, and he's just standing there with this kid in his arms. Like, damn, dude. Not looking forward to, but it's all part of the game.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
You hear stories of, like, boys as kids, like, you're changing their diaper, and they just start fucking peeing in the air while you're changing it.
You gotta block that thing out, dude.
Yeah.
We literally went to a birthday party yesterday, and it was like, they're from here. So this is the second one now. It was his fiance, like, last month, and now his was yesterday. So, like, their whole families are there. Like, parents, brothers, his brother's kid was there, and his dad was just chirping us about having kids.
Damn.
Because he's pushing them. He's like, I told them 5 apiece.
Jesus.
Like, both my girls got to give me 5. I'm like, damn.
How many kids you want?
I don't have, like, a set number. At least 2, though.
Okay.
Probably like 2 or 3, but 3 feels uneven. So then it pushes me to want 4, but 4 feels completely unreasonable and too expensive for my blood.
I want 4.
4 would be cool.
It's not going to be too expensive. Bro.
But also,
cooking.
Mandy's, if we can get 2 quickly, then we have the opportunity to go with 4. But, like, she's a little older. older than the rest of the girls. So she's
I
just
didn't
trying
say
to.
it.
She's trying to just think one at a time right now.
And that's all we can think because we don't know what hurdles, obstacles, or what's going to come up.
I know,
so,
man. Because it's like some people get pregnant immediately.
Yeah.
And other people, it takes forever if they can even do this. It's like,
Yep.
I don't want to like jump the gun. Plus, I've made it this long without one. Odds are I could have faulty sperm, dude. I don't know. The odds that I haven't had one yet.
Praise the Lord. Dylan be
Praise
fucking.
God, but man.
Yeah, no, we'll see. It, yeah, wild world ahead. Wild world ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's weird to even think about that. So we can stop the baby fever talk now because there's no fever there right now. That's for sure.
I don't know, man. I could do it.
Yeah, it's yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people that are having kids currently, and they're like, yeah, I want to sign up for this race next year, but I don't know. It might be too close. My wife might not let me. And I'm like, dude, that's when you have to do it.
Yeah.
Because you got to show up more. You got to keep the routine. You got to keep the good things going in order to show up for that kid and your wife and to honestly set a precedent in the household. Like that's one thing that I'm super excited about is like being able to be that standard. And again, I know I'm not going to be a perfect parent. I know I'm not going to be a perfect husband, a friend, this and that. But like if I can have something or someone or some little guy or girl looking up to me and being like, no, when I grew up, my dad was doing this. My dad, like, that's what I want to leave. And so there's amazing things that I want to take from my parents, but there's also some things that I want to enhance from my parents and even aunts, uncles and stuff. And I think one of those is physical fitness and being able to impact that next generation single-handedly. I love watching Ryan and his son.
Yeah.
It's so cool to me. And I just had a friend of a friend do the Chattanooga Ironman this past weekend and seeing little clips of him like stopping after the bike to go and give his wife and kid a kiss while he goes off on the run was so cool. But it was also interesting watching those. I knew two guys that were competing in the Chattanooga Ironman and man, talk about adapting and overcoming. And
did the swim happen this time?
It did. Sponsored time. You guys know the deal. Here at DTI, we want to help people live a healthier, happier lifestyle. We're excited to partner with First Form because their mission is to impact one person's life a day. First Form gives us the capabilities to help you guys reach and achieve the goals you set forth. Utilize First Form through their supplement or their merchandise to live a more active lifestyle, putting yourself first and prioritizing the things that are important. Try First Form today with the link below. Back to the show. Swim happened, and I was following on the app, and then I was getting text communication as well. And
These are tribal guys?
No, neither of them are.
Wow.
One's First Form guy, and another one.
Look at you getting an Ironman world, dude.
Yeah, and then one is my buddy's brother-in-law. And so you would have thought I knew these people, how close I was following their race yesterday. But it just makes me like, dude, I get amped about it. It'll be the same thing on your marathon. Like when I couldn't follow your last marathon because I was like 12 hours opposite of you when I was in Hawaii or whatever the time difference is, my body still subconsciously in the middle of the night woke me up and I looked at it and I was like, all right, cool. And I set it down.
Yeah.
And so it's just like seeing people take on those fucking challenges is just, it's inspiring because I did the 70.3, which in most people's eyes is insane. But to think about doubling everything is wild. And one of them DNF'd, didn't finish, didn't even make it through the bike. But it's so cool because like talking to him, his mindset is just like, hey, we got to get back out there and get it. I can make better decisions here. I can do this. I can do that. And so that's another thing as we like continue the endurance space and just like health and wellness about these different challenges you embark on is they're not always going to go as fucking planned.
No.
But it's what can your mindset or how can your mindset be in order to be like, all right, it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but I took this, and this away. And then I can go here, and then I can do this. And so it's cool just to see people's perspective. And it's also wild to watch the human body because at one point, one of the guys was doing like a 10:30 pace run. And then next thing you know, he's like 24 miles in, and he's doing 7:30 pace. And so it's insane that your body can go through all of that shit, be at the point of like wanting to give up, and then something hits and you just get that second win and you keep going or third win in an event like that. But it was cool.
And that's like when people would normally hit the wall too. So like that's that's a cool place to be in.
Yeah. So we got a couple other people that we know that are getting ready to go on their own challenges with marathons. You being one of them, and I know we'll touch on it like next episode.
Yeah.
But I will preach from the heavens above that if you can mentally take more away than just crossing that finish line, and you can look back at the journey, there is untold stories in that journey that can literally change the trajectory or the mindset that you take throughout the remainder of life.
I think I've been like so in this one that it's been hard to do during, and like also just so busy during the prep. But I feel like after this one, I'm gonna like take a few weeks to actually like reflect on it, especially if I'm not trying to go straight into 100-mile prep. I'm trying to rehab my body to be able to run with you in a couple weeks. I think like then it's actually like going to hit like real takeaways. And I also need to see what I cross this finish line at, because I feel like there's going to be things either way.
Yeah.
They're going to hit differently.
Yeah, 100%. Seeing Ryan, he just finished his Worlds Ironman in France or somewhere like that.
Yep.
And he was posting his time afterwards. He was up till like 2:30 in the morning, just like reflecting and journaling and writing news articles and stuff like that. So I hope after this one you do kind of like a series in the news articles of just like the things that you took away from it. But especially when that 100-miler comes, I mean, that's a big endeavor you're going to embark on.
It's coming immediately.
Yeah.
Like I'm immediately going into prep.
It's insane.
It is insane. I feel like I haven't been out of a prep in a long time. Granted, I did have a small break. Between Indy and this one, I really didn't do a race or anything. I did that half, but that was more like just to gear me up into it. But I've been prepping for a while. Yeah. After this 100, I'm taking some time off. It's going to be wedding, honeymoon. Not like off of running, but out of prep. Like not prep.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, we will.
I feel like I've heard that a time or two, and then I get a text message.
I don't want to go right back into another fall marathon, and like I know that that's realistically what I would want to do, because even when I go sub 3, I know that I'm gonna want to qualify for Boston, but that is like a whole new beast these days, dude. The time this year was 2 hours, 50 minutes, and like 26 or 36 seconds. 2 hours, 50 minutes. Even if I could get 2:59, that's another 9 minutes. And like 9 minutes at that is like we're getting into kind of crazy territories now.
Yeah. 250 is insane. I would like to see the stats on like people's, not only their training blocks, but also like the gear that they wear. Like, is there like, what are their shoes? What are their regimens? Like, there's so much when you get to that elite status that it's like, how is that the new standard? Because back when you wanted to qualify for Boston, or when you like talked about it more,
it's historically been 3 hours for ever until like 2 years ago. And now it's just like faster. Like, dude, like people are just continuing to get faster, which is cool because like it means more people are coming to the sport. But that's at some point, like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, let's make Boston a couple-day event. Do 2 different races back to back. I don't know. Like, we got to figure something out here.
How many people are in that race?
I think 24,000 made it.
Dude, that's insane to think about that race, and then thinking about that Berlin Marathon that just happened. They had 55,000 people.
I think Chicago's 40-something.
Good God.
New York's a ton.
Yeah, that's wild.
And those are all majors.
Yeah. People that listen to us talk about endurance and stuff like that are like, probably, God damn it, why are they fucking talking about this again? But I'm telling you, when you get in the space, like it is energizing because, again, like everything is focused around health and wellness. And when you start competing and you start challenging your body in that way, the unlocks that you have in life are just drastically different.
I was on a run today, and this was like, I'm going no headphones again. I don't know if you noticed the other day when I saw you guys, I didn't have headphones.
You didn't.
Granted, it was raining, but I'm back to no headphones because I'm not racing with headphones. So I haven't been wearing them the last couple weeks. But I was thinking, and I'm like, okay, I'm never like the person who wants to have like one thing be my identity. Like, I don't want to only be a runner because I'm not just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just a runner. So like, I don't want that to be a thing. But I don't know if there's ever going to be a time where running isn't a big part of my life. I feel like even when I stop running, I'm going to like be in it still. Like I'm going to be watching races and like following runners and all this weird stuff. Maybe my kids will like to run. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But like I was thinking about it, kind of what you're talking about like when we have kids, like you still want to be doing this type of stuff. And I think we are blessed to have partners who are going to push that, because I feel like if I don't have something, I'm going to be a worse version of myself. And so like we've already talked about every year, like having a destination race, like where we have a race where it's like, this is what you're training for. Even like if it ends up being like a half marathon or like something that's just straight up for fun.
Mm-hmm.
But like where we go somewhere and like we make an event out of these things as a family, which I think is going to be dope. But I don't know like how I don't want to just be a runner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, 100%. Because again, there's so many different things outside of that you focus on and do that are like instrumental and impactful. But again, from like the outside, like I'd be like, dude, you're insane. Everybody looks at you as a runner. But
I agree. It's not that I'm not a runner, but I'm not just a runner.
100%. So that's why then there's a caveat where the people who follow closely or like know you at a deeper level, they know and see that. But again, it's instilling those practices and doing those things outside of the running that, in my opinion, are way more important because they make you able to do that.
Lifting has been great lately. I haven't liked lifting like this in a long time. And my coach told me to stop doing legs for a couple weeks. Even better, dude. Really fire me up.
Yeah, you got to keep them bad boys fresh, dude.
She's like, I forgot to ask you, can you not do legs for a couple weeks? I was like, sure thing, boss. Whatever you say.
More. You need extra payment this month? Yeah, I think after this marathon in the beginning half of next year, I'm going to finally sign up for High Rocks.
I thought you were going to say a full Ironman. I was about to shit myself.
Hell no, bro. I don't think you'll ever catch me saying I'm going to do a half.
Never say never.
Yeah.
Never. You going to do a solo High Rocks?
I want to do doubles. But if I got to do it solo, I'll do it solo.
High Rocks does look cool.
Yeah. My buddy Josh just placed first in doubles again this weekend, and he got third in singles. He's a beast.
You did both in the same weekend?
Yeah. He's a beast.
That's cool.
So I will definitely be utilizing his brain when it comes to training and prep for it. But I definitely think, because like you said, like I don't want my identity to be running. I don't want it to be Ironman. I don't want it to be Spartan races. I like doing the different things because there's always going to be waves in health and wellness that pick up. And like one of those is High Rocks right now. A while ago is CrossFit. A while ago it was strength training. A while ago, like it's all these different things. And those different events, you just meet different communities of people who think differently, who act differently, who have different regimens, different habits, different stuff that they've instilled in their life to be good at that. And so what you can take away from those and what you can hear, like I still remember the community of the Spartan races being electric, dude. And then got into the Ironman. That was great. Everybody resonated with me on a different level. And then like the endurance space. So there's all these different things. So I want to see what that High Rocks community is like.
There's a lot of crossover with High Rocks. Like a lot of them do different types of races too. Where it's not like, oh, I'm only High Rocks. Like a lot of them are endurance guys to start anyway.
Yeah.
But it's that hybrid wave coming through.
Yeah. He's fucking jacked, dude. Just ripping the course.
Yeah, they all are, bro.
Yeah.
I know a dude who just competed this weekend in High Rocks, and then he's running Chicago. And this dude's been ripping like 6:05s. I'm like, how? How are you doing this?
Good God.
But I was talking to somebody about him yesterday. They're like, yeah, like he's been ghosted. Like no one's seen him in like 3 months. I'm like, that's what you need to do.
Yeah. I want to do that on both mental and physical side of things.
Me too.
Just fucking completely disconnect. And
I mean, I don't want to disconnect because I'm going to document. But I mean,
yeah.
like, I'm not coming around.
Yeah.
Unless we're going to the gym. That's me at the beginning of the year. I'm doing 75 hard. I don't know if I told you that.
No, you didn't. That's a new bombshell.
Yeah. January 1. It'll run me right up to the 100 miler. And then my wedding. So I'm like, this is good.
I don't hate that at all. See, and that's another thing. You're like, I'm never doing this again. I'm never fucking doing it. And then you do it, and you're like, nah, I'm fucking quitting because I said I'd never do it again. So I'll be interested to see if you stick to it.
Oh, no, I'm in. I'm already, like, I'm locked in already. I'm not doing it now. It's not happening now, but, like, I'm already committed to doing it. I've already talked to Mandy. She might be doing it. Like, I'm dialed.
Okay.
I already told her, I was like, if we go to Puerto Rico, just be prepared. I'm not drinking or eating like shit.
I don't hate it. Hey. Be different, you gotta act different, baby. Most people don't act
I'm trying to
though.
win this 100-miler, dude. Like, I'm not just saying that. This is another run this week. I'm like, if you want to win, you gotta show up ready to fucking win.
Damn.
And that's the only way I'm gonna be able to do it.
What does one finish 100-miler in?
My goal is under 18 hours.
Holy shit.
I think last year the guy who won was like 1750 something. So that's my target right now.
And you just move the entire time, or can you walk in between?
You can do whatever.
Huh.
The same as the 12, like where I would walk some.
I asked Tone this weekend if he would do a 50-miler trail. Would you do that?
When?
End of next year, middle, I don't know.
Probably. I'm not going to say no.
I think it would be fun.
I'm like not a huge trail guy. I feel like it, which is just me being lazy. It's like an inconvenience because like I can't just run outside and go right to it. Like I have to like set aside, like go to a trail, then get home, clean up, then go to work. And like there's a lot of other moving parts, but I could do it. And also like I could run on the road half the time and then on the trail half the time. I'd be fine.
Yeah.
Still building endurance. Optic Nerve was our very first sponsor here at the Desire to Inspire podcast, and it's still one that we are pumped to be partnered up with today. I was linked up with them when I was living in Colorado. They are owned and operated out of Vail, and all of their products get tested in the mountains, so you know that it's built for an active lifestyle. Freddie and I rock these things all the time. They are made with planet-friendly materials from recycled plastics to natural wood, and every pair comes with a lifetime warranty. So, I mean, what are you really doing? Hit the link in our bio, support DTI, support Octave Nerve, look fly doing it. Whether you're just out enjoying a nice stroll or getting active, Optic Nerve has got your back. So go to opticnerve.com and use code DTI for 20% off your order today. That's opticnerve.com, code DTI.
Yeah, I wrote in my journal the other day, I went and got this because I said, life is like a race. You train for it. If you don't have discipline and consistency, you won't see or take away what you are meant to. And once the finish line is reached, you won't be fulfilled. And I want to do a daily drive-by on that because I think that there's something way deeper there. But again, it's just for the people who aren't in the space. It just like reassures that when we talk about endurance, think of it in avenues that relate to you in life and what your life is like, because it could be having the discipline to just go out there and get steps. It could be the discipline to eating healthy. It could be, there's so many different disciplines to help reach that next thing or whatever said goal is. And I feel like we just, as society, kind of like coast through life. So like the year comes to an end and it's like, oh man, that year went by. But like, do you ever take the time to step back and reflect and be like, did I make the most of this year? Did I actually fulfill myself? Am I working towards what that big picture is? Yeah. And so like when we talk and when I talk about endurance specifically, it's because there's so many other areas that have to be good, not great, but good to be able to like lace the shoes up and go outside or get on the bike and go outside. And so every year you can look at that as like a finish line. And if you get to the end of the finish line and every year you're like, man, I could have done more. Oh, I should have focused on this. Then like, what are you taking away from life and how are you bettering yourself, the people around you? And it's just, it's weird. It's weird to think that we can be so programmed to believe that we should have a 9-to-5, to believe that we should be going out, getting drinks, eating out, to believe that we shouldn't eat dinner around a table anymore, to not pick up the phone and call somebody and just text them. Like there's so many different things where it's like, oh, it's convenient or easy, but like convenient and easy isn't always great. And so I try and take these like races or like the people around me that are doing them and like use that as a reflection point. Like we talked about last week, where I was like, I just can't find the motivation to run. I can't find the discipline to like get out there. I don't know what it is. But again, it's like when you look at it at a deeper level of if I do or don't do something, am I going to remain stagnant or am I able to fulfill these dreams and aspirations that I have in life? Because every stage of life, everything that you're going through, there's challenges. But like, are those challenges something that you're bringing on for yourself, or are they challenges that the world is bringing on for you because you're not focusing on yourself? And so when I flip the script and I look at it the other way, it's like, well, no, if I want this to happen, then I really have to be disciplined and do a 75 hard, or I have to be disciplined and say no to things that I want to say yes to. So that way I can reach and achieve those things. Because without that discipline and without that consistency, you're just going to be floating through life.
Yeah. I do think like 75 hard is really extreme.
Yeah.
And I don't think that everyone needs to do that. But I do think like it opens your eyes to the way things could actually be. Because yes, it's extreme, and I'm not an advocate for do that forever.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do it, you realize how much time you're wasting. You realize how much time you actually have. Like halfway through, you're like, oh, like this is just part of my routine now. I can get all of this stuff done relatively easy. And granted, like we don't have a lot of things. Like we don't have a family. We don't have other responsibilities like that. And so like it is different, obviously, case by case. But I do think that a lot of it's self-inflicted. I think a lot of it we do put on ourselves, and we just blame society. We say, oh, well, this is the way things are. This is the way it's supposed to be. This is why I'm doing things this way. Well, that's not really the case. Like we are ultimately doing it to ourselves because like just because everyone's doing something doesn't mean that we have to follow suit.
Mm-hmm.
And I fall into this a lot. I very easily can get pulled into doing things that I know are pushing me the opposite direction of where I want to be going.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the common thing. It's what everyone does. It's whatever excuse I want to give myself. But I know every decision I make is either putting me closer to where I want to be or farther. And at some point, you have to make that decision. Like, what actually matters to me, and what do I actually care about?
Mm-hmm. Do you find that when you like step back and like do your journaling, or do you reflect? Like, how do you pull yourself back in to be like, I need to tighten this up or do this? People, this isn't going to the extremes where it's like not enjoying life and not having fun and stuff like that. But again, when you can set goals in life and when you have these different things you want to do, that's when this stuff is important. And so we're not talking about like, don't enjoy life and don't enjoy this. We're talking about just reining some of it in to be able to reach and achieve those things that are important to us. And so do you spend time when you're journaling and stuff like that to realize it, or how does that come to you?
I feel like for me, it happens kind of immediately. I do journal about it, and it is like a very common thread through my stuff because like we're always going to be our own worst critic. Like I'm always going to be harder on myself than anybody else. And so like even when I'm doing good, and I know like this has been my most dialed prep I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of places I'm like, you could have tightened this up. And like yesterday, I drank, and I'm like, you're 2 weeks out. Did you need to drink today?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even like I wasn't hammered. I wasn't like, I got everything done I needed to do. Like in bed a decent time, got plenty of sleep. But it's like, this is somewhere you could have dialed it in. And it's like, so yes, I journal about it, but immediately as soon as I got home, I'm like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it's like, okay, if you can make this distinction immediately after it happens, you can turn it on to make the distinction as it's happening and be like, all right, I need to not. And like I do that sometimes. Like when we went out for tones, I was like, I'm going to go home. Like I know I have a run, but it's the days where I don't have anything. I'm like, I'm all right. And I need to like be better about those days because I know I'd be way better recovered if I didn't do these things. And so I don't know, like for me, I feel guilt like that, which is probably just because it's been so long that I've been harping on these things with myself, and I am getting better, but there's always room for improvement. So yeah, mine is kind of like immediate shame.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's all the work that you've done over the years to be able to like see that and realize it. But for people who don't have like standard practices or like things outlined in life, again, that can be a morning routine. It can be an evening routine. It can be what you do on your lunch break. Like it's so easy to just pull this freaking thing up, be like, oh yeah, I'm not on my phone a lot. And the next thing you know, it's 25 minutes I've been on TikTok. Shit. Okay. And then you start working again. And it's like, well, what if you took that 25 minutes and you put it towards it? Like
just go for a walk.
Yeah.
Literally like do anything small.
Anything. And so like I've been realizing a lot with just everything that we're trying to like strategize and stuff like that. Like in life, we go through school and there's deadlines that we have to meet for tests, for homework, for when we have to get there, when we have to leave. Like you graduate, you go to college, you get a little bit more freedom, but you still got to show up for class. You still got to pass tests. You still got to do the homework. And as we go through these things in life, we get a lot better at them because we're doing them day in and day out. And so the way that I'm trying to flip the narrative is if I can achieve and accomplish all of these milestones in my life because I was in a routine to be able to make it happen because the routine was given to me, how can I give myself a routine to reach these outside factors, to change or do things in life that I want to make the impact, to have the freedom, to have all these different alignments happen. And so as we like continue to just brainstorm and think on how can DTI be bigger, how can we make a bigger impact, what can we do, I've realized a lot, like, dude, this stuff's only going to happen if we put in timelines. It's only going to happen if we study this as much as we're studying our 9-to-5 jobs, as we're studying our marathon training, like whatever it is. And so that this branches out to just such a bigger thing where it's focusing on life and being like, well, if I want to be able to do this in life, buy a house, travel the world, have kids, all these things, like what can I do? Okay, well, that affects all of these buckets, my 9-to-5, DTI, my time outside of it. And so then I utilize those buckets and put like subcategories in them about like, okay, well, we can make an impact this way or that way, or we can do these things differently. And it just kind of all aligns with the universe and the stars of going after. That's why it's always like paint that big picture of what you want your dream life to be and then figure out how you achieve it, because it's not just going to come to us. Like it's very rare where somebody just gets placed into this ideal situation. And so if we want to see the change in our life, we have to be that. And so that's what this, I guess you could say like middle of the year has taught me is like, no, we have to put disciplines in place to see these things come to life. And like sometimes it's going to entail hard conversations. Sometimes it's going to be like, get your fucking shit together, Fred or Dylan. Or it's going to be like Lo and I, we have to have a conversation. Like, what does house look like? What does marriage look like? What does wedding look like? What does kids look like? And we have to have these hard conversations to know what we're planning for. Like there's different stages in life that we're going to go through. And there's different stages where it's like, I want to be here at this age. And then I want to do this and want to do that. But if you always focus on that finish line of like, I have to do it at this time, you probably won't, because you're stressing yourself out, but you haven't implemented anything in those stages to be able to reach that or achieve it. And so that's where it comes back to, okay, well, how am I spending my time? Where am I putting my attention? What? And you evaluate all that. And that's why I've just found like visualization and going out for walks with no headphones and journaling and all that stuff. I find it so critical, because then that stemmed to me not listening to music on long drives going to work. It stemmed from me thinking while I'm in the shower. And then my brain's constantly going, not in an overwhelming way, but just like, okay, well, these are my goals and this is what I want to achieve. I don't have anybody that has the magic pill that I can take for it to happen. So what can I do differently? And so it goes back to our conversation where change your social media algorithm, change the accounts that you're following, change all these things. So that way, if you do pick up that phone, it's going to filter something that's like, oh shit, well, I didn't know that you could do this, or I didn't know that that term meant this. And then you can start piecing this puzzle together to make the things come to life and the dreams come true. But it's scary. It's daunting. Like the first race you sign up with is scary and daunting because you've never done it. But if you have that prep, if you have that discipline, you'll be able to achieve it. And so that's what I'm realizing is life is just like a race. There's going to be finish lines, but that finish line is always moving. And once you reach it, it's going to be like, I want more. Like when you first started running, it was like, fuck, I hope I can do a 5K. I'm out of shape. I'm fat. I haven't ran. I don't know anybody that runs. And then you get started and it's like, all right, I'm going to do a half marathon. I'm going to do a full marathon. I'm going to do another one and another one. You're on your 5th or 6th one, whatever it is. And so that's the same thing in business. Every year we're like, we want to do this. Okay. Well, now we want this. Okay. And then all of a sudden we thought that the finish line was this way. And now we're going on a path this way, or we're doing this over here. And so I never thought I would end up in Charlotte, North Carolina. And here I am.
Same.
I never thought I would have moved to Texas, but I was there. I never thought I would have graduated from college. But like there's things that happen in life that reposition you to be able to reach that next height and that next height. And for me, it's how do I reach that before 65 and then I can retire and then see the world? Like how do I see that?
I'm trying to reach that shit before 40.
Exactly.
Dude.
Like how do I reach that at 40? Or how do I reach it sooner? And so it's I don't know. It's fascinating when you can utilize doing hard things to be able to see more and get more out of life. It's powerful, I guess, is the only word that I can think of to use.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at now too. Is like, I know like things need to change. Obviously, like we put focus where focus needs to be, and we always make sure stuff gets done. But life is only getting crazier. Mm-hmm. Like we're only getting more hectic, and if we can't do it now, how are we going to do it then? And so I think for me, like that's a big reason I am deciding that I'm going to do this at the beginning of the year. Is like, okay, like this is how we're going to kick it off. We're going to be dialed in on training. We're going to be productive in the business. We're going to lock everything down.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know, I've talked to you about it. Vlogs are going in a completely different direction next year. Like I actually want to take content seriously. We have a lot of stuff that should be coming in Q1 that's going to take a lot of time, effort, everything. And so like just locking it all in before the wedding, before the kids, before everything gets out of hand is going to be necessary. Because if I feel, I don't want to say like distracted. If I feel distracted by the people here and allowing myself to get pulled into situations that I necessarily shouldn't be in that aren't pushing it forward. Because it's one thing to go pop in for an hour, see people, say your heys, whatever, leave.
Yeah.
It's another thing to get sucked into 4 hours of drinking and then you just go home and lay around.
Yep.
So like if I can already feel myself doing that here, what happens if I move home? There's way more temptation and people there that like I obviously want to spend time with, but at the end of the day, like you can only do so much.
Mm-hmm.
And like I need my first and my best to go towards the things that I know are going to push me forward and the things that I know I need to be doing.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of young adults and older adults that rightfully so use the excuse of, oh, I have kids and I got to take them to practice and, oh, I got to take care of my parents. And it's all valid. It is all valid. And as we're going through this podcast, dude, let's just keep fucking rolling this and we'll do a to be continued and then we can get into the other stuff that we're going to on the next because we're flowing right now. So we'll just make this long and cut it. So at some point there will be a to be continued and then that'll come out the following week.